Hey, this is Pete Bernard from Excelsior. I'm in San Francisco getting into the right state of mind for the NVIDIA GTC conference tomorrow. Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, is going to give a keynote, and I want to give you kind of a bingo card of things to look for during the talk. It's kind of an archetype in Silicon Valley that, your technology is at the center of the universe and everyone else's is a bit commoditized. I think in the case of NVIDIA, it's kind of true at this point in time. They're kind of the center of the AI universe, but I think the underlying tone will be, it doesn't matter what cloud you use, what devices you use, what ISVs or solution providers you use, doesn't matter what the industry is, as long as you bet on NVIDIA, that's the winning bet. I think that's kind of the big takeaway for tomorrow. I think some of the things he'll talk about explicitly will be around developers. There's probably over 2 million developers right now using CUDA and the software platforms from NVIDIA. Incredible strength with their developers, so you'll hear lots about that tomorrow. It is kind of a developer show. I think you'll also see some CEO walk-ons, so I would predict 2 or 3. It was always challenging to get Satya Nadella from Microsoft to show up at GTC, but I would not be surprised if he showed up tomorrow. But also I would see like some CEOs maybe from like retail or healthcare. CEOs want to get the AI glow, and there's no better way of doing it than getting on stage and shaking Jensen's hand. So you'll see that tomorrow, I'm sure. I also think he will talk about some of the industries that are being transformed. I mentioned retail, healthcare, manufacturing, telco, and he'll probably have some really good stories about those. And he'll be able to drop some references to some of the NVIDIA offerings in those spaces as well. I do think he'll talk about robotics and robots and the robotics platform. Probably some good demos there, I hope. But I would not be surprised if robotics had a pretty good part of the talk. And then finally, I think you're going to see him talk about AI for good and guardrails for AI moving forward, and how do we sort of keep building AI, maintaining safety and security. I think that's probably where he'll round that out, maybe announce some partnerships there, some alliances. And so I think that's about it. But let's check in tomorrow after the keynote and see how accurate I was. All right.